We're not designed to do that. Our brain and all that, we actually design the way that we work as more like a sprint.
This is why I think our productivity metrics have been stagnant for over a decade, is even though the tech has gotten more advanced, we have fragmented our attention to the degree that we're actually really bad at the core thing that we need to do.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
Rise and shine! It's espresso time! My dad needs to rest his voice because he is making an audiobook, so I will be stepping in for this week. Yes! Let's start your day off right together. Grab your water and sip on today's message from Dan Lok. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out our 254 series. They're free. The link to join us is in the description below.
Problem with young people, you're not good at anything. Oh, I'm so good. No, tell me the truth. You're not good at anything. After you practice martial art, you develop this natural self-confidence. Not cockiness, but you develop this natural self-confidence. You're in front of a computer, you're working on it, let's say 2, 3, 4 hours straight, non-stop. You notice how you lose focus and you get fatigue.
Yeah.
Right?
Productivity.
You notice like you can see like at first first hour, but then even you're doing the work, but after a few hours, you're like, you feel, your productivity is going down after like 4 or 5 hours, right?
Hey, how long we been here anyways?
37 minutes.
What? 37 minutes? That's insane.
Yeah, so because human beings, we're not designed to do that. Our brain and all that, we actually design the way that we work as more like a sprint, right? So work intensely, could be 40, 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
Yes.
Break. Then do another 45-minute break, right? That's how I recommend you to schedule your time. We're not designed to work 5, 6 hours straight and no break.
Yep.
You know your productivity, right? You're not very productive after a few hours because we are not designed. That's why we lose focus and you kind of see the stuff blurry in front of you.
Yeah.
You're not as sharp, you're not as clear.
Now I have a special bonus clip I hope you enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. How will you be more productive today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're still here, I want to celebrate you. Give me a believe in the comments below.
So the problem with email and Slack, and this was really at the core of my last book, so not digital minimalism, but deep work.
Deep work.
Right, was this notion that as the knowledge economy in particular, so let's just look at knowledge work, and as you get past the entry level, knowledge work is really built on concentration. Because what you have to do, literally speaking, is take an information, think about it, produce new information that has value, right? I mean, that's the grist mill of knowledge work. So you introduce something like email, and it seems like a no-brainer. Like we write memos, it takes a long time. If we could do it electronically, it just has massive advantages. It's cheaper, it's faster, it's more stable. I can access it when I'm away from the mail. We don't need a whole mail room, right? It just seems like there's all these advantages to it, but there's unexpected consequences. And in particular, what happened is once we introduced things like email, it shifted the way we worked. And so subtly, our workflow shifted to something that I call the hyperactive hive mind, which is let's have a constantly ongoing unstructured conversation. And so this is how a lot of knowledge work now unfolds. You can use Slack or email or whatever tool. SMS is now integrating the office a lot more, where we can anyone can reach anyone at any time. So it's like we have this ongoing unstructured conversation, which wasn't possible before, but this technology makes possible. It's not an unnatural thing to do. It's basically how we would coordinate if we were in like a small group of Paleolithic hunters. We would just sort of have an unstructured conversation. Right. You go that way, I'll go this way. We just scaled it up to large organizations by using these tools. The problem is if you have to tend this ongoing unstructured conversation, it forces you to have to keep changing your attention back to the communication tools and then back to the thing that you're actually trying to produce value on, then back to the communication tools. You have to context switch a lot. And the psychology literature tells us that context switching just completely reduces our cognitive capacity. It makes it very difficult for us to actually concentrate and produce value with our brain. So it was an inadvertent externality. But by introducing these low friction communication tools, it changed the way we worked. It made things much more convenient. But by doing that, we actually got much worse at the core business of knowledge work, which requires concentration and producing value. And so this is why I think our productivity metrics have been stagnant for over a decade, is even though the tech has gotten more advanced, we have fragmented our attention to the degree that we're actually really bad at the core thing that we need to do, which is actually sitting there and writing the legal brief.
Hi, this is Dan Lok. If you're a fan of Evan's work, if you want to know exactly how to model my success, I want to invite you to join me for a special online training. All you have to do is click on the link below. You can join me for absolutely no charge. So click on the link below and I will see you in class.
If you want another awesome video, click to the one right next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe and we'll see you there.
You see, there's nothing wrong or evil about money. Money is neutral.